Hi everyone, and Dragon with you. So today we have three topics to discuss. The first one, of course, is the gifts for my viewers, subscribers, right? So we have three gift packages here, and they are new. It's like just got them today, and would like to bring them to three my subscribers. The first one contains both energy gold and portal charges. The second one gets summoning eggs, artifact chest keys, and summoning spheres. And the third one is about skin stones. So usually people prefer skin stones as the best gift. So first of all, we will play this one, then we go to the second, and the third one will be the skin stone chests. But remember that if you specify what exactly you want, so position 1, for example, skin stones, position 2, portal charges, please, then you get what you request. So the order is the first winner is top priority, then goes the second, and then goes the third. So if you still can get the reward you asked for, then you get it. So what are the rules for this thing? Let me just explain real quick, and then we'll go to your questions and my answers for them. So here are the rules which I wanted to share with you. Actually, I made them with more detail this time. So I got three packages today at the 15th of December 2021. And to get these gifts, you need to write one comment below this video with your account ID. Please use only a sequence of numbers and do not write the phrase ID because I guess that YouTube started blocking people with IDs and many comments were deleted. That's bad. So be careful with that, please. You also may check what reward you would like to get and specify it at your priorities. And if you play several accounts, please use only one for the contest because other players need to have equal chances with you. Also, you may ask questions or discuss something below the video, but please only one comment with ID, and below the comment you can discuss something because we pick only the first comments from each person. Sorry guys, I mean the comment which is right below the video. And also, you need only one comment with ID. Also, remember that if YouTube deletes your comments, some creative people used words as numbers. So someone just placed all the words in a row that was not deleted, and as a result, I got his comment, he won the prize. Second thing you need to do is to subscribe to my channel. And you have time for that till the end of December. On the 1st of January or maybe 2nd, if I get tired the time, right? Then you'll get prize 3 random winners from my subscribers who provided their information correctly. Get these gifts. So to do that, you need to specify your ID. I would like to highlight one more time. So where it is located, if you get use, then that's your profile. If you press on your screen here on your avatar, then you get your profile with information, and here I need to specify your account ID. So I bring here some letters, right, and press send. If everything is fine, you use the right format, then we can send you the gift. Okay, so please use Facebook IDs and get your prizes. The next thing I would like to discuss with you is obviously questions below my previous video of giveaway, that was November giveaway, and I received two comments which I would like to react on. Unfortunately, both comments were deleted. You see that these people just specified the IDs straightforward, and probably YouTube decided that it's a spam and deleted the comments. But notifications, I saw them, and I would like to react on them. So the first one asked, how can I attack Corvus and his team? I would like you to make a video on this. Excellent channel. Really appreciate your comment, and let me help you just now. So to fight with Corvus Morgan team, first of all you need to check what exactly is played with this team. Let's move to the guild battles. I'll show you exactly what happens there. So I collected two Undead teams. They are real teams from our top 50 players ranking. I play with them on Guild Wars, and that's not a weak team. So what do we see here? The first team is Corvus, Kira as the main damage dealer. Obviously Nebula to buff Kira here. Also we have another character to counter Yasmin, so probably the maker of this just really wanted to kill Yasmin. And then goes Marsa. So you see that actually this team has nice protection from physical damage, actually triple, I guess, protection, but has some trouble with mages. So we don't see any Isaac here. Healers does not protect against mages, neither does Marsa. So easy decision of this was just to pick an ODF team. So you see that I don't play ODH, I played ODF here because Faceless clones Orion and that deals a lot of damage. Obviously you could play healers too, but usually I play healers against other characters. And please remember that if you play against Corvus, then healers deals many little hits. As a result, he gets burned by the totem and may die. So against Corvus I do not recommend to play healers, but Faceless fits here okay. Still he has some trouble with totem because of his stunning ability when he lifts and also when he does the lightning, but not as huge damage as healers receives. So let me show you the fight, how it went, and why this team actually won. You will see everything real quick. I'll do X4. So first of all, looks like the enemy team is vulnerable to magic. I already told about that, but would like to highlight one more time. Kira tries her best to kill somebody, but she's very vulnerable. And this team is finished in 26 seconds. So obviously no Isaac here, serious defense from physical attack. As a result, I can play pure damage or I can play magical damage. But if you play a pure damage dealer, then Corvus will burn this down. So that's why I don't play pure damage, that's why I play magic damage. Okay, so let me go on to the second Undead team. The second Undead team is a nice build team. I often fought with this one on Arena, and that was a really tough experience. And in like several weeks, I guess, ago, I managed to defeat this one. So let me show you which teams I used here and how it went. The first idea was to use the same team, so ODF plus Aurora plus Nebula, but it failed. So why did it fail? Let me explain real quick. Because this time the opponent had another champion, so it's Isaac, which is direct counter to mages. Moreover, we have two units demonstrating armor penetration here, so Kira will produce a huge amount of damage. Meanwhile, my team will get stuck and do nothing for a lot of time. Obviously, I could play Sebastian here to stop this from happening, but you see that actually that's still a problem because Nebula buffs my characters, and without her, my team will be, like, I would say slower. So you see that did not work. So what did they change? Actually, okay, guys, sorry. It looks like the game lags. I need to reload the game. Yeah, I've been away for some time and probably that's why the game lags. Sorry. So what I wanted to say is just check which exact characters are played with Undead. Not just, okay, he plays Undead, then I do something. Check which characters he uses and what vulnerable things are here. So for example, to counter a Kira Undead team, it's a nice idea to play your own Undead because Corvus counters Kira, he burns her with his totem, and also Kark is not afraid of Undead at all, so Kark just lifts and hits several units with heavy damage, and it's not a periodic damage, it's like a super shots. Also I got Morrigan here for some armor penetration for Kark. Also I got Nebula as a buffer just for the entire team and remove debuffs, right? So that's not a just example team, but an example of a Kark Undead team which is effective. So let me show you the fight. The reason why I made this choice is because unlike the previous team, we don't have serious defense from physical damage here. So we have Isaac against mages, we have Corvus against most of pure damage based heroes. I guess his totem deals huge amount of damage, and you saw that Kira actually just destroys herself when my totem is on. Kira gets dead very soon. Meanwhile, my Kark starts hitting. Yes, he gets some damage, but it's not serious. He can regenerate. He has lifesteal, right? So that's why Isaac could do nothing. We don't have magical damage at all. He charges really slow, and actually you see that this team was destroyed by another Undead Kark team without any losses. So the next question is, can you actually bring a non-Undead team to defeat this one? Yes, I can, why not? So check this out, we have a solid Kark pack. Also, I used Galahad just not to use Asteros because we have Morgan here, she counters Resurrection. So I just picked Galahad as another damage dealer, why not? So let me show you the stats real quick here, and let me show you the fight real quick. So that's actually how we can beat the Undead team. I would use Kark pack. Another option is Dante, so Dante also is not afraid of Undead characters. Something like this. If your opponent plays Isaac, obviously mages can be a problem. Okay, so I hope I tried to answer this question. Today I had several fights with Undead. Another idea I would like to highlight from my ranking. So today I tested some Undead teams. You see that that's kind of tough. So I use Biscuit here. And Biscuit just stops Corvus from getting healing with other characters. As a result, I managed to remove Corvus, and potentially dead team from the totem actually wins. So how it works, let me show you real quick. So these three characters are vulnerable to Corvus. Obviously Corvus is weaker than them, yes, I understand this. But if we manage to remove Corvus, then other characters are just dead. And let me show you two defeats with this player. I think that's informative. So just comparing the Biscuit and Axel. With Biscuit, you see that I got burned very fast, and still we have little health on Corvus, so potentially next player could finish this. If I play Axel, you'll see that yes, we have kind of better survival. Actually, it doesn't help a lot still. And Corvus feels perfect because he gets healing from Nebula, he gets healing from Martha. And as I told you, so this team is not super vulnerable to physical damage, but it is super vulnerable to magical damage. With Claudia, the situation is pretty opposite, so no serious defenses from physical damage, but serious problem for major damage. Okay, so that was answer for your first question, and let's move on to the second one. So the second question was super general, so I would like to know how to attack a physical computer. So you see, actually, there are many options how to play physical teams. You can play Dante, you can play Yasmin, Chinmao, Kira teams, Kark teams, many options. So actually, I would like to specify what exactly team you would like to beat. But as I told, I will understand in general and will show you some fights, right? So I really try to help, and let's see some options here. So I prepared four teams, four concept teams for this question. Here they are. The first team is based on Kark. That's one of typical Kark packs. It's a serious thing. You see that actually here we have Faceless cloning Kark, also Nebula buffs them, and as a result many units are lifted. So I tested several things. You see that my Yasmin Chinmao did not work here, but yes, some RNG is involved, so it's just not 100%. And then I went, okay, so what can you do with pure damage? What can you do with control? And yes, Nebula can remove control effects sometimes, but it happens not very often. The second thing, optionally, we can deal a lot of damage with magic. Yes, Faceless partially counters it, but not exactly. And as a result, I went to a team which has control effects, which has serious magic damage, and I'll just show you what happens here, okay? So that's the exact fight. X4, you see that Kark tries hard to remove my characters, they hardly survive, but the damage back is just cruel. So no serious defenses from magic result into control, magic damage, and the opponent does not have any instruments to remove my characters anymore. Meanwhile, Phobos perfectly stopped the opponent, Leon also tried to charm them, and we also had Arachne to stun. That's why over control just like that. Another option which I tested was a Dante team, and you see that actually it's a Yasmin Dante team. So here we have additional bonuses for crit hits from Yasmin. Also extra dodge. I played Dante here to get extra dodge and to improve the chances of survival against enemy Kark. You see many dodges around. And this time we managed to go straight into Kark. Yes, my team received a huge amount of damage, that's true. But actually you see that the situation changed. So we removed Kark and then this team does not have serious damage. That's why I can remove it. Yes, not super fast, it takes some time still. But we have Sebastian plus Yasmin combos, several dodge bonus damage from Dante, and that works actually. That works. So also Dragon tried, but he failed. Let me show you the second team. So the second team, here it is. It's a blender team, I would say. So the idea is the following. We have actually against mages, we have Isaac. Against debuffs, we have Sebastian. And Jet provides crit hit chance for the entire team. So all the characters get crit hit chance. All that is improved with Sebastian. And Andvari saves Kira from physical and pure damage. So what to do with this team? How do you think? I tried to win with Undead, but something went wrong. So then I picked another option. Another option was also Undead plus Kark hybrid team. Actually, from Undead I needed only Corvus, because Corvus counters Kira. I already showed that in previous part. And what we need to do is just make Kark good enough, so we buff him with Nebula, we copy him with Faceless, and as a result that should work. So let me show you that real quick, how I managed to remove this blender team. So that's just a Kark pack, but with another tank. So this time I play Corvus. You see that even with this anti-Kira team, I still had some problems with Kira because Andvari saved her many times, and still we managed to remove them. Okay, also let's check the Dragon's tests. So he also tested some stuff here, and that didn't work. So let me show you the stats. Here we go. The third test. So the third team was about Dante. I faced a huge problem with Dante team, which looked alike to this one. You see that with buffers, he produces an enormous amount of damage. And at the recent tournament which I watched on YouTube, I saw that a Dante team can produce just crazy things. You see that here we have Dante plus Isaac, so playing ODF is not a good choice here, obviously. But now that's super obvious. So what can we do with this team? I also tried to play a team again around Maya. That did not work too. And then I went just, okay, let's play a control team again. So we play a control team with Leon. Yes, I know that Sebastian is here, but we have Leon plus Arachne plus Celeste, so a lot of damage into the front line, and hopefully we can go through Dante. So the idea was simple. We need to deal damage to Dante, which he cannot dodge. Because you see that a lot of dodge potential with Sebastian, with Dante plus Sebastian, right? We can't control him much, but we need to do the damage to frontline somehow. And that's what I tried to do. So no more Esteros, it's a problem, but he resurrects and we have some extra defenses, which I pretty appreciate. Then we have some control effects on the right team. And here we go. So we managed to remove Dante. Then the only problem is Isaac, but Isaac does not receive enough magical damage, even though we have Celeste, but half of the time she just heals. Some damage from Arachne, obviously, but that's not a lot still. And you see that the team is removed in less than 1 minute. So a control team destroys this entirely. And the last test was about Yasmin team, so that's not exactly the Yasmin team I play now, but that's kind of a strong team with anti-mages as Isaac, with buffs into Yasmin from Sebastian. So we have penetration, we have anti-magic, we have anti-debuff, and that's a nice team. So if I test my own team with Corvus and Morrigan instead of typical Esteros and Celeste, so I won. That's probably an easy way. How to counter that, I just play around burning enemy Yasmin and that's it. So let me show you that real quick. The first thing was just to place the totem and let Yasmin use her poison and destroy herself. He cannot resurrect because I play Morrigan here and that's it. We are done. Second option did not work. You see that at the first time we had several potential damage dealers, including Corvus. Second time was with mages that did not work because Isaac was there. Also I tried to hybrid control, it didn't work. And then finally I went on with a Kira Undead team. So Kira Undead team with buff from Nebula, Morgan gets armor penetration, and still we have Corvus to remove Yasmin. So that's another way how to counter this team. Let me show it real quick how it went. And I hope that help you to understand how to counter physical teams. I did not show every single physical team, but you see that actually when Yasmin jumps, when we have a strong Corvus here, then obviously it's not in Yasmin's favor, usually. Sometimes she can survive, yes, but here we have a very strong Corvus, and yes, that's a problem. Okay, so let me show you the stats, let me show you the patronages of my team, which I used. So for here we have Fenris, extra penetration, for Corvus we have Albus, extra burn ability of Yasmin's, of Helios's, etc. So that's the team which can counter this one. So I hope I helped to answer your questions. If you have more questions, I'll go check them out. Please be sure to subscribe to my channel if you enjoy the content, and I'll try to help you as well. So thanks for watching, good luck to you, and see you in the next videos.